I want to say a few words about the name of our charity, New Kapporet. It's a rather strange name, and you may say, well, what's in a name anyway? But to us, it's a really important name because we believe it was given to us by the Lord. We know that because none of the Christians who were involved in the original foundation of New Kapporet were biblical scholars or Hebrew scholars, and it's another story how the Lord gave it to us. But anyway, when he did, we had to go and look it up to understand why he'd given us that particular name. Now, some of you will know this much better than me, but Kapporet was the name of the cover, the golden cover of the Ark of the Covenant. It was made of pure gold, and on either end were two cherubim made of hammered gold with their wings pointing upwards. And between them, over the Ark of the Covenant, which of course held the Ten Commandments, between them was what's called the seat of mercy, the Kapporet. And this seat of mercy was the place where God would listen to his people. Now, obviously, if you're in the process of setting up a listening service, a helpline, it's a great comfort to know that God is also listening while we're listening to calls. So this initially became a real stimulus for us to try to understand what the nature of our ministry was. You may recall that the Holy of Holies was behind what was called the veil of the temple. It was a very heavy drape that separated the inner sanctum where the Holy of Holies was kept, where the Ark of the Covenant was kept, separated it from the rest of the temple. And only the high priest used to enter the Holy of Holies, and only once a year to make special offerings for the sins of himself and the rest of the people. But as Christians, we know that when Jesus died on the cross, at that moment, the veil of the temple was split from top to bottom. And the significance of that was that now everyone has access, direct access to God. And Jesus is seen in Hebrews as the high priest who enters the Holy of Holies and is there present, interceding for us with his Holy Father. And so we now have direct access to God. Now, the significance of that for us as a helpline was we began to recognize that when people call in and begin to tell us of their difficulties, of their troubles, of their suffering, then first of all, Jesus is already listening. And you'll see on our logo, beneath the mercy seat with the two cherubim, you'll see listening in the presence of Jesus. And we believe that when callers call in, they are being listened to by the Lord himself. But what do we do then as listeners? We encourage them into the presence of God. We encourage them to tell him in prayer all about their lives, their difficulties, their situation, anything that's troubling them at all, even their joys and the things that they're finding rewarding in their life. We encourage them to talk to the Lord about it. And that understanding comes from our belief that we are a new Kapporet, a new opportunity for people to relate directly to God without mediation. We're not mediators. We are encouragers, encouraging people into the presence of the Lord. What a wonderful ministry, what a wonderful opportunity the Lord has given us to do this small service for him, to make a space where people can enter his presence and receive his love and compassion.